last corner. But he did invalidate it, and he does not improve his lap time, as the Aston Martin of Snake does go up to P4 behind both of the Mercedes of Wes and Match, who is actually just about to come across the line to finish their lap. So on board with Match, heading around the final corner at 19 and across, he does jump up to pole with a 26.2. So that was Coffee up to P5 with a 26.949. The Aston Martin of, is it Womax? It is Womax, but he hasn't validated it, so he will not be running again as he goes across the line very weirdly. And it is next up, Deadshot. Deadshot is on a lap 7/10 up. He's going to go quicker, and he does go quicker than Womax into the top 10 for the V-Carb, and that is the Man of Steel who is out of qualifying, as that was Wes going P2. And we've got a couple more cars, but I'm trying to get on board with them. Number 4 of Daryl does go P4 and stays P4. Deco is P3. And the Red Bull of Ed does go P7. Last but not least is Nello, who's into the pit lane. Followed by, I think that's Snake. Yes, it is Snake. On board with Snake, heading around the final couple corners. And then we'll go on board with Match. So Snake goes P6, Match into the pit lane, and then we'll finally end everything off with Carl, so on board with the McLaren driver, who is out of fuel. Match takes pole position away from Wes, his own teammate, followed by Deco, Daryl, Coffee, Snake, Ed, Sponge, Nello, Deadshot, Womax, Man of Steel, Carl, and N7. We're done. So it's 5 lights here in Singapore. And it's lights out, and away we go. Wes gets an excellent start, so does the Williams. Match is slowly losing that position, and down towards turn 1 we go as Wes just absolutely cut off from his teammate, heading outside of turn 1. As we'll go back on board with someone else further down the order. We got a little bit of battling going on. Still single file though, why not? As that is Man of Steel, who has bottled it into the wall. Heading through the bridge section before turn 13 hairpin. He does have a little bit of damage in his Red Bull, so that is everyone heading around the final corner now, and there goes Wes. Oh, Wes has just saves it from going in the wall. He has a little bit of a contact with Deco. I don't think Deco picked up any damage, which is good, but Wes now down in P3. That's unfortunate for him, but here comes Carl, maybe even on Nello, heading down towards turn 1. Backs out and decides to opt for a better time to move, as Deadshot picks up a 3-second time penalty, and we're on to lap 6. It's Mercedes versus Williams, heading down towards turn 6. Does Deco have it? No, he doesn't. He just can't get close enough to Match to even guarantee any chance of actually making an overtake. A little bit further down the order, Ed Veer still staying 5th. Coffee 6 as Sponge coming down in 7th. DRS once again enabled for Deco and Wes, heading down towards turn 5 and then down towards turn 6. Deco down the outside, round the outside goes Deco in towards turn 7, sorry, as we head out of turn 7 and then in towards turn number 8. A little bit of contact, I think, between the Williams and the Mercedes, as still side by side, and now down the inside goes Wes, forcing the Williams into the wall. Side by side heading down the a little bit further contact. Wes just absolutely smashing into Deco. Side by side with Deadshot and Nello once again. A little bit of contact between the V-Carb and the Kick Sauber, as the V-Carb sends it up the inside on turn 17. Backs out from the Kick Sauber and now is under pressure by Carl, heading up towards turn number 1 possibly. His DRS is still enabled for the V-Carb. The V-Carb goes around the outside, possibly on the Kick Sauber. Kick Sauber defends beautifully in towards turn 1, around turn 2, and then in towards turn 3 we go. As Match and Wes swap positions further up the order. Positions 2, that was Deadshot and Carl. Wes and Deco swapping places up ahead. That's Wes had an issue. Wes has had an issue. He's going to go round the outside, and the Williams heading in towards turn number 14. Oh, and he's contact with the wall. Oh, and he's inside the Haas. Carl and Deadshot 7 and 8 at the moment, but there goes Wes down the inside on the 2 of them. Does Wes get the move done? Come on, Wes, pull it off. Pull it off. Wes down the outside of the V-Carb, and it's move done for the Mercedes driver. Exit now, where does his teammate come in all of this? He was with him. Heading out of turn 1 now. Let's see who's going to be ahead. Oh, it's going to be close, and Wes takes it. Wes gets the undercut on his teammate and is now ahead of Match. Uh-oh. We got Car getting jiggy with it. W. I love how they're still going around them instead. Oh, side by side between the Mercedes and the Williams. Does Williams get forced in the wall? Almost. Oof. Wes is getting his elbows out tonight. Oh, that was a very interesting move from Wes to defend like that. Wow. Around the outside, attempts to go Deco, but he's getting just... There's too much defence going on from Wes. He's just defending all the inside lines through Singapore right now. It's close to impossible to overtake. He's got a good exit here. Come on. Oh. Because then you could play the rule of thumb that you were in the way. Like, you were like the closest to the apex. Oh, that's Deco had a massive snap. Unfortunate for the Williams driver, he's dropped out of DRS once again, but he's going to need to keep pushing just to catch up. Whereas Match and Wes will take this opportunity to start pushing, and Deco picks up a 3-second time penalty. Ooh, not good. Yeah, that's race over basically. A swap for the lead of the Grand Prix. Wes takes the P1 slot from Match, and Wes goes wide. Match now, Match now under threat from Deco. On the inside goes Deco, up the inside, and now side by side heading through. It's getting spicy in the final corners now. As I think Match's idea is now to definitely slow Weser down. Well, not Weser down, to give Wes a little bit more breathing space from Deco, but that's a huge ask. Absolutely huge ask. That is Deco on the inside of Match once again. A little bit of contact. As Match retakes P2 away from the Williams driver, heading down towards turn 14. And it's the Williams on the outside, tries to go for the switch back on the Mercedes driver. Oh, he's got the switch back almost, but he just doesn't get the power down, and he's on the outside of the Mercedes heading through turns 15. Side by side, heading down towards the final corners at 16, 17, 18 and 19. Match takes the lead, but it's Deco who follows pursuit through turn 17. Now it's almost side by side again, heading up towards turn 18 and 19. But it is Wes who takes the win in on track. But Match wins it after penalties. Max is your driver of the day, guys. So yeah, Match wins the Grand Prix from Deco Wes, Daryl Coffey, Womax, Welsh Sponge, Edveer, Killshot, Snake, Carol, Racer, Nello, Man of Steel, and then on.